Well, my new roof got a good test last night.
Nobody cares. Sorry.
Agenda.
Okay.
Agenda?
You have one there, John?
Street Committee, here it is.
Yeah, you got it? Okay. Yep. We have an extra one here if anyone needs it. Brian is on his way. Yep. As soon as he comes.
Who?
Brian, from Highways and Bridges.
Where was he?
He was right around the corner, he said.
Brian did a great job for us down at the Pro Lot.
What's up, John?
Hey, Jim,
Okay, you're live, so.
Oh,
I live?
yeah, shut your mic.
Oh.
Hi. No one cares. Really?
Well, we'll go through everything.
What's his name? I'll talk to him. I have no problem.
Here he comes.
Don't they have any other spots down the end? You know what happened?
Hi, Brian.
How are ya? We gotta look into that.
Good morning.
All right, get John going.
The other one's around there.
What's up, buddy? How you doing there, Brett?
Unless there's enough parking. We'll get together, all right?
You ready, Eric?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, we are.
This meeting.
Start.
Hey, John.
How you doing?
How you doing? Good morning, everybody. Today is the May 4th meeting of the Street Committee. Let's start by doing the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible, liberty and justice
for all. The first item is going to be the minutes for approval, item 1.1. I'll entertain a motion for the minutes.
So moved, approve.
And
The reading and approve the minutes.
And I'll second that. I went through the minutes, everything looks, fine. All in favor? Aye. And motion passes. New business, item 2, 2.1 upper, I think it's Elm Street, Brian.
Yeah, it's Elm Street Hill.
Yeah, that's what you call it?
Yeah.
And that's the section between Oak Avenue and up on top of Jefferson. Yeah, I've seen, that looks like a disaster there.
Yeah, it's pretty deteriorated there.
Yeah.
I have added it to our paving list for this year, so.
Very good.
Which we're still compiling, hopefully.
Yeah.
Should have it done by next week.
And then the next 2.2, it's right up in that area as well.
Yeah, same intersection.
Yeah, I think it's just sections there,
Yeah.
that we can maybe patch up I don't think you have, the whole road itself is not bad, but there are just some sections where it's, you know, I guess it's heaving or whatever. Yeah, this one doesn't seem to be, yeah, okay.
But move it over, so it's like.
Do we have enough cord? Okay. All right, that's better. Okay, thank you. So, yeah, like I said, that's, all up in that area, so we can, take care of that too, I think, right? Okay. 2.3 Tuxedo Avenue, that's a small road off of, Quorum, off of Harvard.
That as well is going on the list this year. That and Harvard, Upper and Lower Harvard.
Oh, all right, let me add that, I wasn't, okay. Brian, is there some drainage issues at the end of Tuxedo? There's the cul-de-sac that's there.
Mhm.
I think at the end of the cul-de-sac, there was some issue with the draining.
I'm not aware of any drainage issues there.
Maybe we can just take, you know, maybe drive up and take a look at it. It was right at the very end of the cul-de-sac. I think there was some erosion in there, and I don't know if there's a drain there itself. Yeah, I can't think of it offhand.
Okay.
I know we did a repair up there about maybe, a year and a half or so ago, because we had a little bit of erosion there. It was by a resident's mailbox.
Right, we milled it out and paved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go to, 2.4, Nels Rock Road, guide rail. If you're coming up, I think you know what I'm talking about. If you're coming up Nels Rock from Bridgeport Avenue,
Okay.
past Falmouth on the right,
On the left-hand side?
yeah, there's like a ravine
Yeah.
there. I mean, that's a real drop-off. You know, and every day, because I go by there every day, and I keep thinking, gee, why haven't I brought this up?
Yeah.
Because up further, there is a guide rail
Right.
as well. And is that something that we can just take a look at and
Yeah,
see what we can do?
usually compile a guardrail repair install
Yeah.
list, and towards the fall, we have a company come out and they usually just knock out what we need done. So,
Okay.
we definitely look into it.
Because that's like
The question is,
that's a good drop-off.
yeah, the question is there space there for it? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's where.
Yeah, and I know it's narrow there and everything,
Yeah.
because I keep saying it's quite a drop-off, and I don't know if we've had any issues or anybody's gone off of it. But, you know, I know. But, just something that we can maybe look at and report back, for the next, meeting. 2.5, grass, brush cutter. Are we set for that?
It's actually in the garage right now. I just told them, bring it in, I want to go through the entire thing.
Okay. Because the next item has to do with the brush cutter there. So, yeah, you know what,
You know, is it the sight line coming out of Falmouth?
yes,
Side of the road.
yeah.
Oh, the forsythia stuff there, I think, growing off that ledge.
Yeah, I think if you're coming out of Falmouth and you want to turn onto Nels Rock, it's to the left. It's the section between Falmouth
Hammering out that rock.
and, yeah, where that house, it's just before you get to the curve, there's a house that's inset way back.
Yes.
It's that small section.
Okay.
We just seem to have, I don't know if it's just aggressive, the brush is really aggressive there for whatever reason. So. But I think everything else is fine in the area, just with the exception of that particular area.
For now.
Yeah.
That's really grown.
Yeah, yep, I know. Now, you just, chop it down, you don't use any, like, weed killer or anything like that? 2.7, John, would you address this one?
Yeah, just wanted, an update on the lower Rocky West.
Microphone.
On the lower Rocky West, is that any better? I
Yeah.
turned the button here.
Yeah, it's on.
Where it comes down, I think pretty much the drainage is good.
Yeah, we did some work
You did
there
work, and I think it's
previously.
corrected it.
Right.
And now it just seems like it's a patchwork, and it probably is gonna need a little,
That's as well on the list for paving.
yeah.
Now, we wanna do a little more drainage there, bring it down around that corner
Yeah,
to the existing basin down
we're
there.
dealing with a lot of rock,
That's the issue.
yeah.
So we're gonna have to do some exploratory there first to see how much rock's in there, so. But we would like to extend the drainage down around that corner
Yeah, that'd be great,
and then pave it.
yep, that's what I had in mind.
Put a crown back in the road,
Yeah, keep the water out.
keep the water to
Yeah.
the sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means, I think you made tremendous inroads. In the last couple of years,
Yeah,
we got through the winters with no difficulties.
Right.
You know, it used
yeah,
to freeze over.
bad, yeah.
Bad. And the last couple of years, the last, not this past year, but the year before, it was just, we got through because there was no significant rains during the winter.
Right.
And freezing. But you went in there and did the drainage work, and I think
Yeah.
that,
Yeah, it helped a lot.
corrected an awful lot. We still have runoff coming from the driveways.
Yeah,
But the owners claim that the driveway runoff is caused from the,
the ledge,
Bank of Scotland.
yeah, coming down through the ledge.
I just don't know if, but
I know.
it's not, I don't think it's significant.
Right.
I don't think it's significant amount of runoff to really
Not,
be concerned.
not now,
That's right,
right.
that's right. And if
Like Brian said, when we pave it and put a crown back in the road, it'll stay in the gutter,
yeah,
go where it's supposed to go. Instead of-
Yeah, it'll go more like,
Yeah, so,
yeah,
everything will stay in the gutters.
I just
We're able
thought
to add
at
more,
least get
Another
into
couple
the
catch
winter,
basins,
Yeah, absolutely.
help tremendously,
yeah,
Then the
definitely.
neighbors
but
know,
depending on the ledge.
Yeah.
can access and see that.
Yeah, that's
we're talking
notorious.
about something, it's not just a dropped issue.
Right. Great. Okay.
Okay, moving to, item 2.8. This just came to us within about the last, week or so, Teresa? Thompson Street up near, number 249.
Yeah, I went out there and looked at it, it's that's something we can cut out the bad section and patch it.
Yep.
Maybe put some stone back in there, because there is a natural water course for that going into the woods there, so.
Okay. Now, I just had a question that's not related to this at all. We're seeing where there's new building, where they're going to put in the utilities, the electrical, whatever, the company comes out, they'll dig up the road, this and that. I just noticed, up on my street, because there's a new construction there.
Yeah.
And the company came in and matter of fact, they did the curb cuts, on Howe Avenue, Leiden.
Yes.
And they've done an excellent job, because some of these companies, when they come in, and they go to repave it, they're not compacting it, and they're not putting enough on, and then when you go over it, you go, boom, you get that.
Yeah.
So, I think that comes, I always check with the city engineer.
Yeah,
but
that
I
would
think,
go through really,
yeah,
But a lot of it, when they do those, is just, it's a temporary patch, they let it settle,
Yeah,
and then they'll come
and
back.
then they'll come back and redo?
Right.
Okay. Because I get a lot of questions on that, so I
Yeah.
wanna make sure I'm
Right.
giving the right information on that. And then, are you guys familiar with all these markings on Howe Avenue?
No.
I'll have to,
Check with what?
yeah, I have to check with, I know where they're doing, this was before Angela was putting up the new building.
Okay.
It's in that small block where where the fire was, where How Convenient was,
Yes.
and where the little pocket park is. It's mostly on that side of the road. It's orange, it's blue, it's white, it's this and that.
Somebody's marking for,
Yeah,
what,
and I don't.
by that corner?
Well, they did, because I had talked to the PD about redoing the intersections there, the block to box.
Yep.
And we're gonna do two of them, but we're not gonna do the one at Center and Howe because of all of those markings. So, I think we'll have to find out from the city engineer exactly who and why and when. They've been there for quite some time now, and, and you see it every day when you go by.
Right.
So,
I did notice a small machine down in there, maybe they're looking for where the water came in and the gas came in and all that.
Yeah, 'cause I know they're gonna be doing a lot of work in there. But those markings were there even before before that, so we'll have to check with the city engineer then. I just figured you guys might have seen or might have known something. Old business, 3.1, just a quick, update on,
The 2020, last year's road repairs?
right,
Yeah. I think I gave you a list, didn't I? Last meeting? That was a while, I can get you another.
yeah.
I'll get you another one.
Well, we'll just revisit this, for next month,
Okay.
and we'll,
Yeah, I'll bring it with me.
and we'll do that.
The update, the road repairs, the aldermen like to get a copy of that list.
Previous year.
Right,
Well,
Yeah.
last year,
well, as you complete a year,
Right,
in the fall,
yep,
you complete your activities,
right.
and you follow up with a list of what you did throughout the year.
Yeah, I'll bring it,
Then they all know.
I'll bring it, yeah, I think, we didn't, last we met was what, January, maybe?
yeah, we did, January, yeah.
Yeah, I thought I brought it. I'll bring it again. I'll bring it again next month. Or I can email it to you, John, too.
Okay. Or maybe, you know what, just email all the aldermen.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, okay. 3.2, I think this is more of a RIMUS thing. I don't know
Yeah.
if you and RIMUS had any discussions yet on this?
We touched base on it, but I believe he would like to talk to the mayor about hiring an outside engineering firm, something. It
Okay.
all ties, it all has to deal with that drainage going down Oak Avenue.
Yeah, down on Oak.
Yeah, that's where it
Where
all
it
goes.
goes down to.
Oh, all right, okay,
Goes down to that brook.
The culvert under the sidewalk.
okay.
Culvert that runs underneath that sidewalk, and that
Yep.
all ties in from up above.
Yeah, because the problem is, it's gonna be on this, if you're going down,
Right.
it's really the left side.
Right.
And the question for me was, when you get to the corner at the top, that little
Head wall there?
wall there,
Yeah.
and my thought was that wall can be removed, because right around the corner from there, we did some work, I think maybe 2010.
Yeah.
Because that came out about 4 feet into the road, and it was like a 4-foot drop. And what they did, they went in and fixed up some things there, then they backfilled everything in, and then they paved over, and it actually widened the road.
I know there's water there somewhere. You gotta watch where it is.
Yeah. So my thought was, if we can get rid of that wall, and then, backfill that in, and then,
Wall on the right as you're coming up.
yeah. If we can do that, because I even think the plow trucks, the garbage trucks have a hard time with that.
Yeah, it's that terrible.
It's very, very difficult. I know in the winter it's very difficult. And then you have, a few feet going down from that city property there with all that brush and stuff like that. If we can get that cleaned up, and, maybe we can fill some of that in, and then pave over that, and then you'll actually get maybe a couple more feet out of the road. Is that something that we may be able to do?
I would like to meet with Rimus out there too and get his thoughts on it.
Well, when you do that, let me know. I'll be happy to go out with you, and maybe we can all get something figured out here,
All right.
with it. Then I just have a quick follow-up. I think we cut back that over at the corner of Nean and, Forest. There was a little cut.
The intersection,
Yeah, we did that, and then we cut back some of the rock too, I think, right?
We did not do that yet.
Oh, we didn't, okay. Okay, we'll just,
My concern is doing that is that yard is right there.
yeah,
I don't know how much of that is.
it's gonna come down, okay.
Right.
Well, it's just something we can
Yeah,
we'll follow it.
right.
We'll just monitor it and see how it goes. I
don't think there's been
Yeah, I know.
any incidents since we
Yeah.
changed that intersection.
Right.
I know.
You're forced to stop and look.
And that was the best solution, was to just turn it.
Right.
And we did it, and I think everybody did an excellent job in doing it. And it seems to me that it has worked.
Yeah.
like you said.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so, then there's just the last item, I don't know if it's really for us, I may refer this to public health and safety. Remember when we had the hurricane last year?
Yep.
Again, this is a Nels Rock Road issue. It's between Falmouth and La Hermitage. It's on the side, the wooded side of the road.
Okay.
The utility people, there's a pole that's still leaning. They never came back to fix it, and the wires are dangerously low.
Right.
I mean, they are really, really low. And so we can refer it to public health and safety. I'm not sure if
I would, yeah.
if you guys call it,
UIs, they're really hard to deal with, so. I mean, if it is a safety issue.
because I think it's a bunch of the wires.
That's a way to look at it.
Yeah, I don't think it's just UI. I think
Right.
everybody's got their wires there.
I
But,
did see some fresh poles laying on the side of the road there.
yeah, they just never got back to fix it. So, I mean, I'll check with the administrative assistant,
Right,
and we may have to contact them that way.
right.
And then,
Yeah, maybe.
depending on what I'm told,
Formal.
then we'll probably have to refer it to the Public Health and Safety Committee and have them, look at it as well. But, I think we just have to address it because I think it could be a real serious, problem.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I don't think I have anything other. John, do you have anything you might wanna add?
The only thing I was thinking all the way through, you gonna call roll? Who's attendance? I didn't see it on the agenda.
No, I'll just do it before we adjourn. Usually I do it ahead of time. I forgot about it. But just for the record, we have myself, Chairman McPherson, Alderman Anglace is here, Brian Roach, our Superintendent of Highways and Bridges, and Brian Fetty is the, Assistant Superintendent. Or, no, you're Superintendent too, right? Assistant Superintendent, Highways and Bridges. That's who is in attendance today.
Are they on the phone? You got members on,
No, nobody called in?
they're absent,
Yeah.
so get it on the record.
And, Alderman Gidwani is not present, personally, in person or on the phone. So that's the meeting for today. If there's anything else, if not, I'll, call for adjournment.
So moved.
All in favor, aye, and, we are adjourned at, I believe it's, 11:22.